Minnie, and this is Neverland Navigation Radio, where today we take a sweetheart tour of Walt Disney World. No, it's not actually even what we're doing at all. We're talking about our favorite couples today.
We are inspired by Valentine's Day.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's like taking a romantic little ride, not between Morgan and I. We're both married to people that are not each other, in case you couldn't somehow figure that out previously. But this is the theme of the episode is romance and couples. And these couples, a lot of them tend to pop up at Walt Disney World.
Yes.
So we're gonna have a cute little discussion about that.
Yes.
This is very exciting. I think the way that Disney does romance is very sweet and very endearing, and I think it's something a lot of people enjoy.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. I think whether it's like attractions, fireworks, parades, it ends up coming up a lot. It's got a bunch of different iterations. So we're going to talk about some of the places where you can kind of find that, and it's different from what we did previously for Valentine's Day. If you want to go back and listen to our other Valentine's Day episode, we talked about what we thought was the most romantic day you could spend at Walt Disney World.
Right. And this is we are inspired by Valentine's Day, but we're talking about our favorite Disney couples, where you can find them in the park and where we would like to see them in the park in the future.
Yes.
And I tried to pick couples that I really like their dynamic.
Yes.
Not just I like that they each character individually. I like them together as a couple. You know what I mean? Did you think that deep into it?
A little bit. Some of it, honestly, because there are not a ton of couples that you can see all over Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
I tried to list the ones that I knew, like, oh, that's a couple and they are together in this attraction that you can see them.
Okay.
So I did that, but I also have on here who I would like to see more, and those are the ones where I'm like, oh, I just love this couple.
There were some couples that I avoided because I was like, she doesn't even know him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're a couple and she doesn't even know him. I'm not naming any names, Disney princesses.
Some of those old school Disney princesses were rushing into love.
Into it, yeah.
Yeah, as Elsa would say, you can't marry a man you just met. Although they did a lot back in the day.
That was the name of the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, we advise against that.
Yeah, we're travel planners, we're Disney historians, we're a lot of things.
Yeah.
But to play love experts for just one moment.
Just for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. All right, before we dive into our actual list here, thank you guys so much for joining us. If you're on a listening platform like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and you would like to see our smiling faces discuss our favorite Disney couples, then you can see us over at the YouTube channel Neverland Navigation Co., where we upload a free weekly visual version of the podcast, and we would love to see you over there as well.
Yep, and if you are thinking about taking any kind of romantic or not romantic trip in your future, please consider sending me an email at neverlandnavigationco@gmail.com, because I am a free-to-you travel agent that can help you find as good of a deal as you could find yourself after spending hours and hours researching, or better. And I do free deal monitoring for you. I help you plan, and you get free trip t-shirts from our 5-star Etsy shop just for letting me book your trip. And it costs you the same or less. So win-win, supporting a small business. And
absolutely.
Yeah, I get paid commission from the travel provider. So to give back, I make you free trip t-shirts.
Heck yeah. What's not to love? Speaking of love, what's not to love about a free trip t-shirt? A trip to Disney could be also, or I love to travel to celebrate an anniversary or something like that. I think that's such a good way to make new memories for your relationship. That's super fun. All right, should we get into our list a little bit here?
Sure.
Now, I know that you were saying you've got some favorite couples, some currently represented in the parks, and some that you would like to see more in the future. Would you be okay to divide this that way, where we talk about who's in the park now, who we'd like to see more? Or do you kind of just want to go through the couples?
I think all of mine are in the park in some capacity.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, there's really two that aren't, but So I think going couple by couple would be good if
Heck
you're okay with
yeah.
that.
I'm totally down for that. Would
Okay.
you be down to start us off?
Sure.
All right.
Okay. So I did not really order these in like a
Me
my least
neither.
to most favorite. They're just 8 of my
We're
favorites.
not ranking the couples.
We're not ranking the couples
Yeah,
or their,
no.
possibility for longevity. I'm not making bets.
We're not scoring them on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
How likely to be divorced?
Yeah, we're not doing
No, no.
that. Okay, so my first one is actually Rapunzel and Flynn Rider.
Oh, I love
I
them.
love their dynamic.
Yes.
It's so funny.
Yeah, this is a total new age Disney era couple.
Yes.
Through and through.
Right. I love that she gives him sass. I love that he gives her sass back.
Yes.
I think that those are the best couples.
Yeah, they can volley and throw it back a little bit, but also they would literally die for each other, as we
Exactly.
saw in the film.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a great dynamic.
This is a great couple. So a few places that you can see them currently
Oh.
are the movie.
Yes.
Rapunzel has a bathroom in Magic Kingdom, but I don't think that counts because he's not really there.
It's not that
You know what?
romantic.
I haven't been in the men's bathroom. Is he there?
I haven't seen him there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just leave that.
Maybe he was using it at a different time, but I haven't run into him.
So I'm in a picture.
I know. He's not there.
Okay. So on the Disney Cruise Line Magic, they have a restaurant.
Do they appear together?
It's a good question. I just started thinking about that. I don't know. I want to say that they. No, I don't know. I don't think they're both there.
That's all right.
That's all right. So
they've got lots of romance in the movie.
Yes, there's a new ride in Tokyo in Fantasy Springs. And then there's something.
And that kind of tells the story of their relationship a little bit too.
Yes.
So truly, if you want to experience it, that's actually probably the best place to do it.
Yeah.
But if you can manage.
Well, there's also a Broadway style show on at least one of the Disney cruise ships at this moment.
Yes. And that's one of the ones I've seen because Disney has uploaded it.
It's fantastic.
It is really, really good. It makes me want a Tangled Broadway musical.
Yes.
That would be very fun.
I feel like that'll come, don't you?
I love those songs, so I hope so.
Yeah.
There's some great songs in that film.
Yeah. So for places I would love to see this couple in our parks, I would take that a copycat of that ride from Tokyo.
Me too.
I would also take a musical show like the Disney Cruise Line show, but in the theme parks. That would be nice. I would love if they do that, for them to add some sort of magical floating lantern effects. Yes, I can't really they could kind of come down in black from the ceiling and then show up, you know what I mean? And be some over the audience and some over the I would love this.
That would
I think
be
you guys
so
can
good.
do it.
Ooh, I didn't even know I
love
wanted
a snuggly duckling.
Oh, the bar.
The bar.
That would be really cool.
Not necessarily as like a adults only bar.
No,
like
because it's a kids movie.
Yes, exactly. And I feel like they could serve some non-alcoholic drinks and snacks.
It's
and
a
stuff like
LeFou's brew situation.
Exactly.
Not necessarily exactly that, but that type of thing.
Exactly. But you exactly got the vibe that I'm thinking. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I would love that too. That sounds great.
Okay, that's it for that couple. Did you have that couple on your list?
I didn't, but I'm just now remembering you can also see them in Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair, the castle show thing that they do at Magic Kingdom.
I did not include any fireworks shows or anything like that because it's so much and it's such a small amount.
It's true. And
to be honest, I didn't even know.
Yeah. They do I Had a Dream. I have a dream.
Yeah.
That song. They do that in the welcome show at the castle. So it's not particularly it's not a long amount of time, but nobody has a long amount of time in those castle shows. But if you are desperate to lay eyes on them, they're also there. I did not have them on their list, but honestly, it's just because I forgot to include them.
Yeah,
if I had remembered them,
that's going to happen a bunch.
Yeah.
I think. There's so many awesome Disney couples.
Absolutely true. All right, that's a really good one. And those are the only places that we've got them, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a lot. Some of my couples, I'm like, wah. You don't see these hardly anywhere.
I know.
just a little nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
The first one that I have on my list is kind of like that. It's
Okay.
Roger Rabbit and Jessica
Oh
Rabbit.
my gosh, good. I did not put them on there.
I had Roger Rabbit. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? It's one of my favorite Disney
Yeah.
movies, and they seldom appear together. And if they are appearing, it's in Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin in Toontown and Disneyland.
Hmm.
That they used to have these characters, the Roger Rabbit characters, used to have a little bit more of like a presence around the Disney theme parks. They would appear in shows and stuff. It's
Yes.
not really that way anymore,
Right.
mostly
They were
because of.
supposed to be the stars of MGM.
It's very true. It's very true. Roger Rabbit was going to have a land and all kinds of things going on in MGM. But nowadays, you can pretty much exclusively find them in that cartoon spin attraction. I would love to have more of them here at Walt Disney World. Specifically, I would love to see them in Hollywood Studios.
I would too. I think that that's obviously the most obvious place that they would call home. What do you see them having?
I see them having a show.
Oh,
If not a duplication of Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin, which I don't think they would make now.
right.
But if they were to give us something, I think it would be a show. And the show,
Like a comedy show?
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
and the show that I think it would be right next to Rock and Roller Coaster in that building. Once Club
Ah,
Villain is out of there, I think they would recreate the like cartoon club act
oh,
from the movie.
yeah, okay.
Now, I don't necessarily think it would be Donald and Daffy doing their dueling piano situation. I think it would be more like probably more Disney characters doing like a talent cabaret type of thing. And then Jessica Rabbit doing her big number, probably Roger Rabbit doing his comedy shtick.
Hard to do Jessica Rabbit in parks, so
That is something that we have learned,
yeah.
that it is very hard to do Jessica Rabbit.
They tried giving her a costume with like a mask.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Controversial opinion. I think that they should give a shot at doing Jessica Rabbit, for lack of a better equivalent, like a drag queen. But I would think they would use probably a female performer. But they would like to have a person in like a bodysuit and like a wig.
Over the top makeup
Yeah.
and like the whole
Like a face of an actual person,
Yeah.
but then with like, cartoon enhancements.
And cartoony makeup, I guess is what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
To
that
make
would.
her look more cartoony.
Right, like an over the top kind of, like she's got a very like a thin, super arched eyebrow and dramatic lipstick,
Right.
and I think you could probably translate that appearance better with actual makeup
I
than
agree.
with a mask.
I agree.
So that is what I would like to see them try next if they're taking ideas. But I will take any representation for them because I love them as a couple. They're so goofy, they're so opposite, it's such a cute coupling of them.
Yeah.
I would love to see them more.
Yeah, that's a funny one. Yeah, I didn't even really I hadn't thought of that. This is gonna keep happening.
Yes, I love that about our different lists, is that you're gonna say something, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I forgot that was even a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. My next one is Wally and Eva.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about it. But how is there no Eva anywhere ever?
I know. This is seriously like if I were ranking these, I think that this couple would be up at the top. They're so cute.
They should be chasing each other around Tomorrowland.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly. Right now, their only representation that I can think of is the movie. I can't even think of one single, like, even painting in a park. It's crazy.
No, I don't think so.
I would totally give them a ride. If not, I mean, seriously, even just a mural would be something, a step in the right direction. But a Guardians type space coaster, like similar, to Guardians, where you've got that floaty feeling. Since they spend some time in space where they're chasing each other around.
Yeah.
I think would be cool. Coaster might not even be the right word because I think you could take it down a step.
Yeah.
You know how Guardians already isn't like you're not upside down or like I don't think you're launching. I know that that's debatable, but like it's if you took it even down another step and made it more romantic. You know what I mean? Where you're
Yeah,
chasing. I don't know. Just a thought. You could probably do a
definitely.
dark ride with them. I just
Or
feel
like
like
a
something.
trackless thing,
Yeah.
potentially. That would
Yeah.
be cool. I could definitely see some really cool practical set dressings with like space junk everywhere.
Yeah.
I think that would
Yeah.
translate really well.
Yeah, and I don't really understand why this one gets no
Yeah,
representation
what's up?
apart from maybe it being slightly difficult, but like we talk about a, let's say Atlantis for example, that when that movie didn't do that well.
Right.
So that's why it's not getting representation. I don't think that Wally didn't do well, so I'm not sure why it's not getting representation, but I would love to see Wally and Eve in the park.
I'm just remembering they do have a little bit of a moment in Happily Ever After,
See,
I believe.
I believe you.
Yeah, I
But
think they are
it's
in that
the like the like
mishmash.
yeah of all the different stuff that are in the fireworks shows and the multiple fireworks shows. I was
I
like,
know.
I thought about it and then I was like, I'm not even gonna go there.
No, not even gonna try. Because
Because then I would be like, was that happily or was it wishes or was it
the other one,
or
the third one.
was it in what about the one in Hollywood Studios
Oh
or the
my
one
gosh.
that just got replaced, not just last year got replaced in
Epcot.
Epcot.
I
Yeah.
know. It's so hard to
I
keep
can't.
track.
I can't.
I couldn't tell you everything that was in each of those. I couldn't even start to tell you what was in each of those.
Mhm.
But I do know they're in Happily Ever After because that is the one that I've watched the
That's
most.
cool.
So that one I have more of like a permanent memory of what's there. I still don't think I could name everything in the show, but I do remember them in it. So at
I
least they're
think that
somewhere.
they technically play one of the songs that is technically from the movie on Main Street on the Main Street Loop.
Oh,
But
put on your Sunday
yes,
clothes
but
from Hello Dolly.
that's a bit of a deep cut in and of itself. You
It's
know what I mean? You'd
true.
have to remember it was in the movie and you'd have to recognize it on a kind of faint Main Street loop.
Exactly.
It fits with Main Street
It does.
because of the time period. But anyway,
You don't think Wally
you
when you
don't think
hear it
Wally, you don't think
necessarily.
about this amazing couple that, you know,
Either
yeah.
in Epcot or here, let me tell you where I would like to see them, if not in the attraction scenario that you're describing, which would be very cool. I would love a meet and greet with them.
Yeah.
It seems very doable to
Yeah.
me. They've got at Imagineering showcases and at D23, sometimes they bring out this really cool Wally
Yeah.
robot that they have,
Right.
animatronic thing that they have, which is part of the next wave of free roaming animatronic technology. And I would love to get to a point in the future where he is ready
Yes.
to turn and take pictures.
I think
that would be
that's
so
certainly
cute.
more doable for him than it is for her.
I know she has to float.
Yeah.
She has to fly.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But definitely at least Wally would be really cute. Okay, yeah, that's a really good one. Was not thinking about them. I have a sad one to bring up.
Oh.
Bert and Mary
Oh wow.
from Mary Poppins
Okay.
make my list. I think they're so adorable together. The Jolly Holiday sequence of Mary Poppins, where they're kind of flirting back and forth,
Okay.
is definitely one of my favorite moments from the film. They didn't exactly have a moment together in the Great Movie Ride, which is where they had representation before. They were just both in the Great Movie Ride. Mary Poppins meets and greets regularly in Epcot. And I think it would be cool to have Bert more
Yes.
as well because they're
Totally.
so cute and their Jolly Holiday. His Jolly Holiday outfit, the striped red and yellow suit, is kind of iconic, and it's a great costume. So I think they could stand to be seen together a little bit more.
Why sad?
It's sad because they have no representation at the
Okay.
theme
And they were
parks.
promised representation, and you're still bitter.
They were promised representation?
Well, the Mary Poppins Epcot.
Oh, yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were.
I don't know that he would have been there. We weren't promised that.
Yeah, maybe
we
not.
didn't get all the details, but like
we
she
were
was
promised Mary Poppins.
the whole he would have had to be, huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
The whole street was going to be there.
A lot of people were saying though that it was going to be set in the Mary Poppins Returns timeline.
That's not what the pictures showed that they put out.
Yeah, the pictures showed Cherry Tree Lane.
Yeah, so I don't
But then
know.
the ride was going to be a spinning teacup dish situation, which is from the new one. So it's confusing because and then the concept art has her in the new dress, so it's
Well,
confusing.
yes.
But either way, I would love to see Bert more, and I'm sad that they're not in the Great Movie Ride. I'm sad they're not,
Oh, the Great Movie, right? Okay, yeah, yeah.
they're not together at all.
They're not. Are
And
they technically together?
that's a great question. Couple, I guess, is maybe a strong word for
Well,
these two, but
or is it? Are they implied? Is it an implied couple?
I think it's implied.
I think we all know what happened after the movie was over.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always considered them a couple, and Disney merchandises them like they're a couple.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay. My next one is I put the Incrediparents. So we are talking
yeah,
about Bob and Helen Parr, or Elastigirl and Mr. Incredible, whatever,
yes,
however you want to spin that. I love them. I love their dynamic. I think that their relationship feels very true, like, you
yes,
know what I mean, very
realistic,
real, unlike somebody kissing you to wake you up, you know what I mean, like,
right.
um
They're juggling problems, they're
yes,
having complications
with
raising
their
their
kids,
children.
yes,
Yes,
exactly,
very true to life.
exactly, 100% exactly what I meant. Thank you for getting me.
Yes.
So as far as representation for these two, this amazing couple goes, we've got the Incredicoaster in Disneyland,
Yeah.
and where they work together as a family to try to get Jack back. So a
Old Jack
coaster with a
Jack.
story, love that.
Yep.
And then the rooms in the contemporary have been loosely Incredibles themed in
Right.
general. I think that we need a Walt Disney World ride. I
Yeah.
would take a coaster, but I think what my vision would be, if I could have whatever I wanted,
Tell me.
would be something that is like the Spider-Man ride in Universal, like that type of simulator
Ooh.
that it's a simulator, it's 3D, but you're moving from room to room,
Yeah.
but with helping the Incredibles
Mm.
defeat some evil
In
villains.
Municeburg, right? Is that where they live?
No.
Where do they live?
Oh, okay, I'll get there.
All right, sorry. That was actually kind of a tough question, actually. But
Or I'll look it up.
I love the idea of having like an action ride for the Incredibles with that incredible music, incredible with that unforgettable music score that they have for them. It was a shame that they got some representation for a second in
Metroville.
Metroville.
You were
Okay,
close.
all right. I don't know where I got what I said from. They got a little bit of representation in the form of a meet and greet in Hollywood Studios in Pixar Place for like a year, I think, when they had that incredible overlay in
That's
there.
true.
And then they also had an incredible Tomorrowland, an incredible summer. I don't
Yeah.
know if you remember that.
Yeah.
That was like one summer in Walt Disney World.
With the dance party, you mean?
Yeah, they had a dance part. Well, that's what they were calling it, an incredible summer.
Mm-hmm.
They had a dance party and some like murals and stuff that they put up of them, and that was. But yeah, that was pretty much their only major representation apart from Incredicoaster. I would definitely love to see a lot more of them.
Yeah, me too. I love, love, love that movie. Movies, both of them.
A dark ride for them would be so good.
Yeah.
An action ride of some kind. Okay, this next one I'm sure you have on your list. Sure, sure, sure.
Mm-hmm.
I have Hercules and Meg.
Absolutely. It was the first thing I wrote down.
I love her sass.
I love her sass.
I love his like he's so like he wants to, be the best version of himself for her.
Yeah.
But she's unimpressible. I love their dynamic
I
together.
love it too. He's like a god practically, but he is like, humble and is trying to impress her. Yes.
And their story is so romantic when he
Yes.
like saves her. But she doesn't want to be saved, you know what I mean? It was a whole thing. Very cute.
I'm surprised we don't have a movie sequel for this.
Oh wow.
Are you surprised? I wonder if they'll think about it.
Now that I think about it, yeah, I guess I am. I've never even occurred to me that there's no Hercules 2, but yeah, I guess I am surprised that there wasn't even like a straight to
video
VHS.
Not that I'm aware of. Yeah.
Me neither. Yeah, that is surprising. This is obviously would be great as a dark ride, Hercules. I think a lot of people would love to see more Hercules in the world.
Yeah, I think currently it's just on the Disney Destiny, which hasn't even come out yet.
Right, the musical. They're
Hmm.
gonna have like a musical Hercules, which is very cool. I'm very excited for that. There's also a Hercules actual. I mean, not that that's not an actual musical. That's an actual musical on a boat, but there's a Broadway style musical, let's say, that debuted in Hamburg, Germany, and is about to debut in London for Hercules as well. It's very exciting. But I would love more theme park representation for Hercules. They've got a history of being in parades
Yeah.
together, these two,
Hmm.
including the Hercules parade that they had um, in Hollywood studios when Hercules was coming out. That was probably the most. That was probably the most that these two have gotten together, apart from like meet and greets. Hercules and Meg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to. I would take them in a show, but really, I would love to see them in a ride. I think.
Yes.
Did you have thoughts on where you would want to see them?
It's just where. No, I hadn't given that thought. I did put a musical show somewhere would be great.
Yeah.
And then I would love to see a Hercules restaurant with Greek food. We have got no
Ooh,
Greek food.
what a good
Do
thought.
we have Greek food?
I, I don't think so.
Yeah. The stuff in Morocco is, similar. But
Mediterranean.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I would love a Hercules and Meg Greek restaurant.
I love that. That's such a good idea. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, restaurant. Wow, that never even occurred to me to put restaurants on here. Although I do have a restaurant later. All right, that's it for me. Hercules and Meg. What do you got?
Okay. I have Linguini and Colette from
Aww. I think
Ratatouille.
they've got like a Bert and Mary Poppins type of thing going
Yeah.
on too.
I do like the couples where the female is like the strong. I
Mhm.
seem to gravitate towards that.
Oh, I wonder why.
I wonder why. So we do see them in the movie, and then we also see them in the Epcot ride, of course.
Yes.
But my God, I want a restaurant.
Yeah,
The restaurant.
I've got to say that is something that I was really hoping for out of the Ratatouille expansion to the France Pavilion of Epcot.
What a disappointment that we didn't get that. Where is it in Paris?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got one, and you're like sitting on bottle caps
And
stuff like
cruise ships, right?
No.
Remy?
Oh yes, but no, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
So in Paris, it's like you're actually sitting at Chez Remy or whatever. And
Yeah.
It's like you're shrunken down.
And they bring around the carts with the rats on them.
Yes, on the
that.
cruise ships, there is a fancy restaurant called Remy that is very, very subtly Ratatouille themed. Very subtly.
It's not one of those cool. I mean, not that it's not cool, but it's not one of those. Like, you know how Frozen and we're about to get one for the Lion King.
Yes.
They've got those immersive dinner entertainment type experiences. It's not that vibe.
No, you
Remy.
could go into Remy and not know that you were in a Ratatouille themed restaurant.
Like Citrico's
Yes.
with Mary Poppins
Yes.
in the Grand Floridian. Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, I definitely need us to have one of those. Like
Oh my God, I know.
an actual Ratatouille restaurant.
Yes.
I was fine with the creperie, whatever. I think the reason they didn't give us that was because of Chefs de France.
Yeah.
Because they have that, and that is their French restaurant. So they're like, oh, we already did that. No problem. But to me, I think it's a very different vibe, and I think they should shut Chefs de France down. And I think
Or Monsieur Paul.
Or Monsieur Paul. I would take either one. I know people have very strong feelings about that, so that might be a little controversial. But in my opinion, I think it would be amazing.
You're not saying take out a French restaurant. You're saying just make it a themed French restaurant.
Yes, I'm saying inject IP into that World Showcase original. People love that. I'm just kidding.
Well,
I mean, they've already got the Remy ride add-on over there.
You think that there's a lot of people that would strongly object to Chefs de France shutting down?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a lot of people. They certainly seat a lot of people every day, so they must have some hardcore fans, don't you think? Probably.
I think we were told we should try it again when we did the review and said it wasn't that good. We knew it was an off day because I had been there before and I had enjoyed it before, but I let's say my last experience was the good one where I enjoyed my experience. I still wouldn't be bummed out if they're like, oh, we're gonna shut this down to make it a Ratatouille restaurant.
They could even keep the menu the same.
Yeah.
And add Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would love to see that. Okay, I was not thinking of them at all. Can you see them anywhere now?
Um,
Linguini and Colette?
just the ride.
Just on the ride? Okay. Fair
As
enough.
far as I know, just on the ride.
I think, yeah, I can't think of anywhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't know if you'll have this one. Anna and Kristoff from
I
Frozen.
did have it, but I skipped over it because I knew you would say it.
Okay, I
It's such a
figured.
good couple.
They're such a good couple. When I'm watching the movie, when I'm watching Frozen 2, which I did quite a few times because I liked it a lot, there's a scene where Anna has to save the entire Arendelle. What else is there? She has to save all of Arendelle, and she's up against these crazy, impossible odds. In the moment, it involves collapsing a bridge and all this stuff. And Kristoff just rides up to her on Sven, the reindeer, and he's just like, "Tell me what you need right now."
Iconic.
And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Gives me shivers.
What an ideal relationship they have. How wonderful. And yeah, I love their relationship. I love that he's trying to be the emotionally vulnerable one, and she's this like adventurer who's not afraid of anything, even though she should be afraid of things. Their dynamic is very cute. I like it a lot. You can see them now in Frozen Ever After, but never really together.
That's a good point.
They are in the same scenes, like that last scene where Kristoff is strumming the lute and they've got Anna and Elsa and everybody singing In Summer. At the end, they're together, but they're not like, their romance isn't really shown off.
Which is too bad, because this is what people should be looking for in a partner. You know what I mean?
It's true.
This is what you want your kids looking for in a partner.
Yeah, like that level of support and
Yes.
understanding.
Yes.
I completely agree. They've got a little bit more togetherness in the Frozen sing along. A little bit. They like allude to their relationship more. So they've got a little bit there, and they're also in they're in parades. They've got a lot of parade
and they're
presence.
on the Disney Cruise Line all over the place.
Yeah,
they're in the Disney Cruise Line. They've got the Broadway, and now they've got the restaurant on the Disney Wish. And that the restaurant on the Disney Wish is about celebrating all of that.
Really?
That happened in Frozen 2.
Okay, yeah. I didn't even know that was the premise for that. Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I like that they've got involvement in that Arendelle restaurant on the boat. That's really cool.
Oh yeah, it's just about them. It's not about Elsa.
Is she there?
She doesn't. No, I don't think she comes. It's been a while. I don't think
it has.
I don't think she comes out. There are people playing music, and I think Kristoff comes out and Olaf comes out, but it's supposed to be, I believe the story is it's a celebration of their marriage.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, because they're engaged in Frozen 2.
Maybe it's their engagement.
Oh, okay, to celebrate their engagement. That also makes a lot of sense. Very cool. Apart from the parades and I guess you can also, they used to be in the lighting of the Cinderella Castle dream lights, if anybody remembers that. Those beautiful lights that they put all over the castle. Yeah. Elsa used to illuminate them every night. For the last couple years, they were doing that. And Kristoff was part of that as well with Anna.
Yeah.
There.
This is was going to explain and now it's loading.
The
celebrate the royal engagement of Queen Anna and Kristoff.
Cute.
So that's the whole premise.
But Elsa is like in the cover art.
Yeah, whatever.
That's so funny. That it's like this is about them,
remember.
And then they're not even pictured.
Yeah.
Why? That's so silly. Okay, really cool. I didn't know that was the premise for the story of Arendelle. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it too because I think they're a power couple.
Very sweet. Yes, go them indeed.
Yes.
All right.
My next one is Duchess and Thomas O'Malley from the Aristocats.
Wow.
Adorable.
I would say this is like top of the underrated couples list.
I agree. He really steps up as like step parent, in the end.
So
very
true.
Cute, very cute. So they get almost no representation, just the movie, really.
Aristocats, hardly anything.
Yeah, Aristocats hardly anything, which is crazy because Disney knows that at least Marie is wildly popular because they
Yeah.
sell her merch like crazy. I see it all over the place. I buy it.
Right.
So that's an interesting.
They should put them in Port Orleans
Well,
more.
they've got that Scat Cat Lounge, but you wouldn't even know
I know, you wouldn't know that that was even
when you're in.
Aristocats,
I know
like, a
it's
reference.
jazz themed.
Yeah, has
Yeah,
nothing to do with them.
yeah. I said when I was writing this, an improvement on Scat Cats, which is what we were just talking about, which is like a jazz themed
Lounge.
lounge, but where you buy beignets
Yeah.
and yeah, would be ideal. Like making it an actual jazz club with having screens where the cats are playing their, so it's like a
Ooh,
performance, but it's a screen performance.
cool.
And then serving beignets, but also Creole or Cajun food and yummy
Mhm.
cocktails as well. I also wouldn't mind a dark ride.
Oh, an Aristocats dark ride?
Yeah,
That would be cool. To have it be, like, practical sets and,
yeah,
the cats kinda
animatronic cats. Yeah,
I kinda like
I
it.
do too.
It would be, I feel like, one of those, like, the Pinocchio ride or the Snow White ride where it's, like, flat backgrounds.
Yes,
I think that would be so cute.
yes, I do too.
A classic dark ride. Okay. I've got a weird one.
Okay,
Indiana Jones and Marion.
that is a weird
Do
one.
you have them?
No, I do not.
They're a fun couple. Indiana Jones might not be what you think of when you think of Disney, but Indiana
Oh,
Jones.
Indiana Jones is totally what I think of when I think of Disney. I don't think of him as an ideal partner.
No, he's not.
Okay.
But like we said, we're not rating these relationships on how long we
That's
think they're
true.
gonna last.
We did say that.
Yeah. Indy and Marion appear together.
Well, they're solid now.
It's true. Now they're like this. There was a time when
There was a time
she was doing a lot of complaining.
and
Indiana
he was
Jones is
whoring
not.
around.
Yeah.
Go on.
you guys like Indiana Jones, right? He's in they really where you can see them the most is in the Indiana Jones stunt show. They've got scenes together. And it's really fun. I like that show is like, these are actors, we're filming a movie, so the actor playing Indy and the actor playing Marion, when they're not shooting, they don't interact with each other hardly at all.
Right.
But then when the scene starts, their romance kicks up, which I
Mhm.
think is a really cool way to tell the story.
Yeah, to demonstrate acting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Very old school Hollywood studios.
Super, super behind the magic vibes, which I love. And then obviously Indiana Jones is about to come to Animal Kingdom, so maybe we will see more of this. Indiana Jones already exists in.
You think she'll be in it?
I don't know. I don't know.
I guess we have no idea. We have
She's not-
literally no idea.
She's not in the more recent ones, is she?
She's in the last one.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, so you don't even know.
No, but she wasn't in the Crystal Skull.
Right.
So I thought
that's why
I thought she was done.
This makes it even more surprising that you picked them as a couple.
Really? Why? They're at Sweetheart Night in Disneyland.
Well, that's because they wind up together in the last one.
Oh, okay. Got you.
But aren't there multiple movies in between when they're first together and when they're together in the last one, where he's with other women? I'm pretty sure
there are,
yeah.
And I don't know why, but maybe it's because that's the one that I saw the most.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think of this
it's the
as
most iconic relationship for Indiana Jones.
Right.
Yes.
That's why I think I picked.
Wait, did you say she wasn't in the Crystal Skull?
I've only seen the Crystal Skull once.
Yeah,
when it came
I think
out,
she was in it.
So I don't remember.
Okay.
But that was my guess, was that she wasn't, because I don't remember.
I think that she was, because she was playing Shia LaBeouf's. No, that's not right. That's not right. Okay, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to move on.
That's all right. Indy and Marion, this is one of my more wild card ones for sure. But I'm just saying, they're cool in the Indiana Jones stunt show.
I do think she was in Crystal Skull, though.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But I don't know. I'll look it up.
All right. Yeah, that was mine.
But I didn't put this, but I should have. And now that you've said that name, I'm gonna say I should have said Robin Hood and Maid Marian.
Oh,
So I
cute.
will just end on that. Robin Hood and Maid Marian are an adorable couple. They have no representation in the parks at all.
Not at all.
Not even a little bit.
Robin Hood should have like a show or a dark ride or something.
I'd love a dark ride.
It seems like that is truly one of the ones, along with Aristocats, that is truly being lost to time. Because how many people have ever even seen?
Those two movies came out in the same decade, I
Yeah.
believe. And I even think they used some of the same child voice actors and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And it was like a low point for Disney, theoretically,
Yeah.
in terms of their box office
Yeah.
take. They weren't reaching the success of things like Cinderella anymore.
Right. She was in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Oh, okay.
And then the one after that. But there was 27 years of absence.
Oh, she took a sabbatical.
Yeah.
What do you want from Marian?
Yeah. Anyway.
Love her.
So it does make sense as a Disney Sweethearts now.
Cool. Yeah.
It didn't for a while.
Now they've been reunited, and it feels so good.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, Robin Hood and Maid Marian. Yeah, I would love a. You're right. I don't think at this point they would do anything. But I think that they could do a dark ride, and I would love it.
Oh yeah, a Robin Hood dark ride.
Yeah, but I don't think they will. But
probably not, right? Yeah. I like the songs in Robin Hood as well. They've got some good songs in there.
Yeah.
I've got a heavy hitter. Are you ready for a heavy hitter?
Oh yeah, okay.
Ariel and Eric.
Okay.
I know these are, in terms of how much I like them as a couple, that's a little debatable.
That's why I didn't put them on.
Yeah, that was like that. I agree. I have problems with their relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I thought it was great.
Yeah, I mean, judging by different standards, I don't know how much of a power couple they are, but they are definitely one of the most iconic Disney couples.
Oh, for sure.
I would say.
For sure.
You can see them in a lot of places. Under the Sea, the ride is almost exclusively about their romance. And then the Little Mermaid musical also talks about their love story quite a bit. And then they're on basically every parade float together if they're in a parade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see
as
them.
far as Disney's concerned, they're gonna make it.
Yeah, right.
They've got a kid. Her name is Melody.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're talking about the Little Mermaid too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
It's a trivia question that comes up a lot on Disney Cruise Line, so
fair enough. Yeah.
You're welcome.
little tip out there. Yeah, don't have much to say about them, to be honest. They're not one of my personal favorite couples. I just find them to be iconic.
Would you want to see them anywhere else?
They have so much representation. I think they are good.
Yeah, okay.
I think they're good.
I kind of said that about Anna and Kristoff, but I was really just thinking Frozen. You're right. Anna and Kristoff as a couple need more.
Yeah, they hardly have any, other than apparently this Arendelle, the dinner show.
Yeah.
Which sounds great.
Yeah.
All right.
How many more do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm pretty much done.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put Pacha and Chicha.
Oh, from Emperor's New Groove?
Yeah, because I think that they're a solid couple that I admire the relationship.
I love her as a character.
Me too.
She is so good in that.
I would really, really love an Emperor's New Groove ride.
Wrong lever. Kronk.
You think like a drop ride?
I think, how about a trackless dark ride with a drop in it, like Rise of the Resistance? Although, are they going to give that kind of budget to the Emperor's New Groove?
No, they're not going to, but we're just playing around here. I also wouldn't mind a simulator where we turn into llamas.
Ooh, that sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
Llama simulator ride?
You turn into a llama and you go through all of the
You gotta
struggles.
gallop around,
yeah.
cross that creaky bridge. I could see it. That sounds great.
Stuff happens.
And then they could sell spinach puffs.
Yes, I've been saying that so long.
Well, hey, maybe next D23. All right, I'll just do a little bit of a rapid fire here then.
I do think they could do that. Like a
restaurant.
Food cart, or even a food cart with spinach puffs and potions.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
That sounds good.
And it's not like there's a budget involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. And Adventureland, I feel like, would be maybe even a good place for like that. That's a very adventurous type of story.
Or
Um,
villains.
or villains, because
Because it could be,
Yzma and
yeah,
Kong.
because it could be potions and spinach puffs.
Oh, I hope we get more Yzma representation.
Yeah.
Speaking of things we'd like to see more in the parks.
Anytime I see her represent, like I've got a loungefly backpack and some other thing, I can't think of what it is right now, and she's represented as a cat, and she's such a cute
Oh,
cat.
cute.
Anyway, go on.
She is a very cute cat.
Yeah,
All right, here's just a
you're gonna have
couple.
to, yeah, rapid fire.
Yep, here you go. Beauty and the Beast, and Beauty and the Beast live on stage is very fun.
You love this Stockholm syndrome relationship.
I thought we weren't judging them on.
No, I said I am judging them on. I listed couples where I like the relationship, like they're,
Honestly, that was what I did like first.
Yeah.
Was like Roger and Jessica, Bert and Mary, Herc and Meg, Anna and Kristoff. Those are my solid couples.
got it.
So let's do a rapid fire of less solid couples
Okay.
who make iconic appearances in Disney parks. I will include in the first half of my list, though, Kermit and Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
They're an iconic duo, of course, and you can find them in Muppet Vision 3D. They're not very coupley necessarily in that. They've only got a short little scene together where Kermit says, where she's gonna have a cute little number, and then she pops out of the dressing room and says, "What was that?" And then he says, "A show-stopping 3D number," which is a great little capsule of their relationship.
All of mine were like couples goals, and you're now into the ones where I would not say these are couples goals.
Definitely not.
Poor Kermit.
And Beauty and the Beast.
I like a
poor
strong
Belle.
woman, but this is not okay.
Yeah.
There's not a balance here.
Yeah, she's walking all over that.
What do you
frog.
think? You think they're a cute couple?
I actually think there's something very romantic about the fact that Kermit theoretically has all of the power in the relationship, but Piggy is like the extroverted, strong one. I think there's a cuteness about that.
Okay.
I think Piggy doesn't mean to walk all over Kermit. I just think that's who she is.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
But anyway, I think they're more debatable than the other ones on our list, for sure, in just terms of how we speak to each other on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Here are some other ones like that. Beauty and the Beast. I don't think their relationship is whatever, but they certainly have a lot of romantic moments, and in Beauty and the Beast live on stage you get a lot of that. A power couple truly is Mickey and Minnie. I have them in Runaway Railway because they are
a power couple. They're represented as having a good relationship that I like support sometimes, and then sometimes they don't. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
yeah, it depends on what you're watching.
Yeah, it depends on how old the cartoon is or whatever. But yeah, their in-park representation does seem like they're a good couple.
I grew up with Mickey. I bought you this case for your harmonica, but I sold my pocket watch. And cute. Mickey's all, I bought you a chain for your pocket watch, but I sold my harmonica.
Yeah.
That's that's who I think of when I think of them. And I like that in Runaway Railway, they work together to solve the problem.
Mm-hmm.
He's not saving her, she's not saving. It's nothing like that.
Right.
They work together to avert a crisis, and they couldn't have done it without each other.
Right. That's so much better than like, what is it? Get a horse or whatever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they've got some historically.
Like, get it together, Minnie.
Right. Come on, girl. All right, I've got Tiana and Naveen in Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Naveen is a bit of a scoundrel in the Princess and the Frog film, so I don't know.
Maybe he changes his ways and comes around.
That's
what we're supposed to think. Huh?
By the end of the movie, right? That we think he's a changed man.
Yeah.
We'll see. But Tiana's Bayou Adventure, they're a very cute couple together at the end of the attraction in animatronic form. And then also I have on here Lady and
I would love for them to have a restaurant too.
Oh, Tiana and Naveen?
They are.
Where is our Tiana's Palace?
Yes, because the like quick service Tiana food we've had has been absolutely terrible and shameful, and I want to like I want to have a conversation with somebody.
It's true.
Because Tiana would never serve us this garbage. Ever. But if they did a real restaurant, there was like a sit-down Cajun Creole New Orleans restaurant, that'd be amazing. Okay.
That would be so good.
No frog legs.
I would love. Yeah, no. And they would never. The last one I have on here is Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, I love this.
They have restaurant representation in Tony's Town
They
Square.
do, and that beautiful statue.
Yeah, they have a gorgeous statue in the restaurant, and their paw prints are in the front of the restaurant in the
Yes.
concrete. So, so cute. I guess I would like to see more representation for them. They've also got, don't they have some representation in the Pop Century or the one of
You
those?
know, it is Pop Century in the
Pop Century, right?
50s. Yeah.
Yeah, that's yes, that's what it is in the 50s wing of that resort. But I think this is a very cute because I don't know if it's popular enough for them to have like a whole attraction. Maybe
I would think, but
they are pretty iconic, and that Bella Notte sequence where they're doing the spaghetti
so
thing,
cute.
very well known. So maybe they would. Um,
People love the animated dog and cat, movies, the old school ones, 101 Dalmatians, Lady and the
right.
Tramp, the Aristocats. I'm really surprised there's not more dark rides and stuff done with that.
I would like to see it,
Hmm.
especially if it's in the same animation style that those movies were done in.
Yes, exactly.
That
They sell a ton of that merch.
that's true. They do like to capitalize on the nostalgia for the merch. And then I have in here two attractions that get their own kind of
Relationship. Okay.
shout out. Festival of Fantasy, the parade has a series of floats that's like Belle and the Beast, Cinderella and Prince Charming.
Oh,
And that's the only place you can see Cinderella and Prince Charming together, I think, is on that one. And then in Phantasmic, they've got that sequence where there's the float with Ariel and Eric, the float with Beauty and the Beast. See, this is why I say they need no more representation. They're
Yeah.
everywhere.
right.
And then that's also where you see Snow White and Prince Florian, which I don't think is anyone's favorite Disney couple at all. But hey, if you want to see them, that's where they're at.
Yeah.
So those attractions just have a ton of couples in them. So I figured they should get their own.
Yeah,
shout-outs.
yeah, they should be mentioned.
Yeah, they're like couple central over there.
Yeah.
So if you could put, neither of us named Carl and Ellie.
Yeah, well, that whole situation makes me so sad the second I think about
Oh,
it.
I know.
And I know that's just me being crazy or whatever.
No,
I mean it makes everybody sad, but like
I think
don't
it's one of
even-
the saddest scenes in any movie.
It is.
It's
And
so
I know
sad.
people will do like Disney bounding or dressing up like them, and I just feel so sad about it.
I'm like,
I
y'all are.
can't. Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
I actually hear she's the new. They replaced the bride in the Haunted Mansion with Ellie. Did you hear that?
Nope. I didn't hear that.
No, it is sad when people do that. I'm like,
Yeah.
are y'all sad the whole day thinking about that?
Right.
No, I guess not.
Clearly not.
All right. Well, we're different because
guess,
I would
yeah,
be.
I'm like identifying too much with this cartoon character, I guess. But
No, just thinking of them, and they added the song to the Main Street loop,
yeah.
and I'm like, well, every time I actually recognize, oh, that's from Up. Oh gosh, that's
sad.
that very first scene in Up. Oh boy,
Yeah.
I can hardly ever even turn on Up because I don't want to have to watch the first scene.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, but I don't want to watch it
Yeah.
because it makes me so sad.
Yes, it makes me so sad.
You know what didn't make me sad though? This episode of Neverland Navigation
No.
Radio. This has been very fun. Thank you guys for joining us. If you would like to let us know who your favorite Disney couples are, if you think any of these Disney couples aren't going to make it past 1 year of marriage, let us know on the Neverland Navco Instagram account.
There are for sure some.
Yeah, some on this list are very questionable. Or on the Neverland Navco TikTok.
Yep. We also have an Etsy store. It's Neverland Navigation on Etsy, where we make t-shirts and dish towels, sweatshirts. Just send a message telling me what your favorite ride is or your favorite couple is. I can do couple shirts for sure.
Couple shirts.
Yeah, and I'll send some design options. This is also where you can get your shirts from if you book a trip with me. So if you are going to Disneyland or Disney World for your anniversary and you want couples shirts as your freebies that you get for letting me book it for you, plus you get a great deal, that's where that all comes from. Our Neverland Navigation Etsy shop.
We love that for you.
Yes. And if you want to book a trip, email me at neverlandnavigationco@gmail.com.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much for this lovely episode of Neverland Navigation Radio, and we'll see you on
On our
our
next
next adventure.
adventure.
Bye bye.